It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back, Feel Good fam. It's Expresso right here on S3 as we wish you a beautiful good morning on this Monday. And listen, this coming Wednesday, we're celebrating a very special day in South Africa. It is, of course, Heritage Day. Some may call it Bride Day because they know that from food to family traditions, they are going to be celebrating and raising that South African flag so high, which is exactly why we need to know what you are getting up to this coming 24th of September. Hit us up across our socials, or you can let us know via voice note on the number 0630369649. Otherwise, you can find us at Expresso Show. Drop a comment. If you have pictures preemptively, we would love to see those as well. Or if you have your bride menu sorted, please let us know and we would love to share that with you. So yeah, that is our good morning post for this morning as we get into a beautiful show ahead. For now, though, we're going to turn our eyes over to sports to see what the Grand Prix is all about.
Yep, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix saw Max Verstappen back on top, quite dominant, in fact. But the youngsters, there are some upstarts in the league this year, and we are here for that. When it comes to Formula One, Williams back on the podium. It's going to be a lot to unpack here as the Azerbaijan Grand Prix delivered drama from the opening lap, literally. Oscar Piastri's crash, ending his 34-race scoring streak, and then, of course, denting McLaren's title hopes. They've had a fantastic start to the season. Not so much Max Verstappen, but back on track. He made it look easy, storming to his 67th career win. And then back-to-back victories, obviously, after Monza. Then George Russell battling some illness to snatch second, with Carlos Sainz claiming Williams' first podium of the season. And this seems to be sending shockwaves through the world. So we brought in, well, he looks far too fit to just be a Formula One fan. I'm guessing he might own himself a gym. Ethan Turk is here representing Outcast Fitness every other day. You dodged a bullet not doing a fitness segment this morning.
I think so, yeah, by the sounds of it.
But you're ready for it. I love that,
ready,
man.
yeah.
But we've got other heavy lifting to do here because the Formula One season, for someone who's been kind of drawn into it, it's been crazy. It feels like we got a bit of spice, a lot of drama. This Grand Prix certainly served it up.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen showed what he could do last weekend. A lot of people have been thinking maybe a little bit shaky this season. He looked dominant yesterday.
He looked really good yesterday. Really good yesterday. It's something we haven't seen in a while from Red Bull. Also, to be a McLaren fan this weekend was not... It hurt a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
But we want this. We want a level of competition. But how much does that mean? Oscar Piastri's crash, well, yes, it created a kind of a different narrative for the race. But for the driver, he's been phenomenal this year. What does it mean for McLaren?
I think in the grander scheme of things, I don't think it means that much. I think it does bring all the points a little bit closer. I think McLaren are now only 25 points ahead or 23 points ahead. Yeah, it's straight into the barriers. Yeah, so I think in the grander scheme of things, McLaren is looking very good. And I think you can just write this off as a bad weekend.
Yeah, a learning opportunity.
A learning opportunity,
and the team has done amazing learning over the last two seasons. So I think that if anyone is primed to be able to take this on the chin and move on, I think they are.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking it on the chin, George Russell, if you think of resilience, to be sick when your body is being put through what their bodies get put through inside that cockpit, and maybe the team will feed off that. A great moment for him. Obviously, I'm sure not his lived experience of it wasn't great, but on the other end of that for Mercedes and for the driver, a massive moment.
Yeah, I think, to do this sport in particular while feeling a little bit under the weather or sick or whatever, it might be probably the worst thing ever.
Almost impossible when you think of how much they have to fine-tune their bodies to get to the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are experiencing upwards of 5 Gs in a corner, and I mean, to add a sickness onto that must be absolutely terrible. So I think the fact that he pulled out a second place.
Whatever motion sickness tablet he took, whatever he was on, I want to find out. No, but superb moments. And I think it's good to remind people just how hectic, physically, how intense the race is. And Azerbaijan also gives it's quite a hectic track to ride on. It's quite enclosed. It's, there's a lot going on there.
It's a street race.
Yeah.
So, there's bumps everywhere as well.
I was playing, I won't mention the name of the PlayStation game, but it felt like one of those races more than it felt like a daytime race, if that makes any sense. Carlos Sainz. why is everyone losing their minds at Williams being back on the podium? For Formula One, there is something quite romantic about just saying that.
Yes.
This is special, yeah?
Yes, I think Sainz going from a very reputable team like Ferrari, going from Ferrari to Williams, and then, you know, everybody's thinking, oh, it's not going to go well. He's just going to drop, and then puts himself on the podium in a Williams car for the first time, I think, Williams since 2021.
Yeah.
They haven't been on the podium. So I think not only is it's a smooth operation for Sainz, but I think also he's kind of given the team a lot more hope.
At a good time, because a couple of others have faltered. Maybe things aren't looking as glued down as people think. Where I know you're not the most impartial fan, which is why you're a fan and not a reporter. But how are you feeling about the season after this week and after the last 2 weeks, actually, because things have kind of shaken up a little bit?
You know, I think when it comes to F1, everything is always going to end up being close towards the end. I mean, these teams are closer to each other than everybody thinks. And I think, you know, having a fight closer and closer and closer towards the end of the season is kind of what you want as a fan. Yeah, you know, you want that fight. You don't want to go into, like, there's 5 races left and you already know who's won.
Just to cut his sporting analogy down to a TV bite size, sport will be the winner.
Yeah.
Formula One is the winner this year. Now, we love it when teams that have that emotional underpinning connection to the sport do well. The whole sport does well, but there are some phenomenal young drivers knocking on that door. Buddy, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Here's our surprise this morning. Go get your fitness gear on. No, you're not. Luckily, Carissa's going to take one for the team this morning. She's about to start working through what it takes to prime your body to conquer the country right now. We're going to introduce you to a phenomenal young sprinter in just a moment.